Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I am so excited to be painting this cute little carrot attachment with you guys today. Before I do that, I'm going to grab the link to our live stream and shoot it out to our broadcast channel. So if you've been missing me live, I want you to comment the word channel down below, and I'll send out these little broadcasts when I go live so you guys don't miss it, because today I am painting on a Monday. Normally I paint on Tuesdays at noon. But tomorrow is a Tuesday, and I've got to take my son, Brett, to Louisville for his annual MRI because he's got a brain shunt. And so it's just a checkup. But the only day they could do it was on a Tuesday. So I'm going to be going to Louisville tomorrow. So I'm painting with you guys today. So I'm glad you guys are able to join me. I've got Michael in the background with me. Hey, Michael.
Hey.
He's helping with the comments and stuff. I'm also going to set up my phone over here on the side to kind of capture some behind the scenes video. I've been trying to get in the habit of doing that more lately, just to kind of like have some content of my hands painting and stuff. So hello, Tammy. Thank you for commenting channel. Carrie, that's what I was talking about. If you comment channel, now on YouTube, this won't work. However, if you comment channel on YouTube, I will later see your comment and I can send you the link. Otherwise, you can come comment channel on any of my Facebook posts. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Elizabeth and Christina. All right, the channel worked. Everybody, see how everybody's suddenly showing up? That's the power of the broadcast channel. It's like, hey, we're here, and everybody comes flocking in. Okay, the carrot, what am I trying to say? The carrot trio design that we're going to be painting. You tell me what you think, because I'm trying to decide, should I paint it like the example? And I'm going to put that up on my screen now for you to see. Should I paint it like the example, or should I change it up? Because the example has it painted a little bit like Easter eggs with lots of colors and things. And I don't know why, but I kind of want to paint it two tones of like orange and have like a lighter orange and a darker orange. Still do the patterns, of course, but kind of keep it monochromatic. And then in the, so it would be mostly just green and orange, but with some patterns. So y'all tell me, should I do it like that? Or should I do it more like with just the two shades of orange and the green? What are your thoughts? Pat, of course, says change it up. You guys always like to see like a little bit of a different look than what I normally do. So that's fun. Angel's commenting channel. Yay. Hey, Barb, watching on YouTube. Glad you're here. Okay, I'm seeing some change it ups. Orange and green. Okay, we'll do that. That way you guys kind of get to see a different way of doing it, because the other way is really fun, but sometimes it's good to see just a different take on it. The colors I'm using, this is going to be a very simple color palette. So if you need it, I've got Irish Moss, Canyon Orange, and Tangerine. However, if you don't have Tangerine, but you do have Fresh Mango, that's almost the same color. If you don't have Canyon Orange, you could use Spiced Pumpkin. That's almost the same color orange. And if you don't have the green, you could use New Leaf. It's a little darker, so you could lighten it up with a little bit of white or yellow or something to make it a little more punchy. But this is more of like a brighter green, and then we've got our oranges. So we're going to start with the Canyon Orange, I think. Let me think through this real quick. The thing you want to be aware of, here, I'll mute you. The thing you want to be aware of is you want to make sure whatever your base coat color is, you want to make sure that the color you're painting on top of it is going to cover that color. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I paint it this first, will this cover it? Yes. However, this will cover this easier. You know what I mean? Orange, this darker color should go over this color a little better. So I think we're going to start with the lighter color. Hang on. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I wanted the lighter color to be inside the squiggles and the dots. This is my mental process here. When I sit down to paint, before I get started, I think through all of this. So actually, I think we're going to go with the darker and just paint the whole thing the darker color. And then when we go to paint the lighter color on top of it, I'm thinking it should show up okay, because we're painting orange on top of orange, if you know what I mean.
Mary asked, are you using this for your candlestick or an attachment to an 18-inch ring?
You could do either one. I will probably put this on top of my candlestick stand. You want to grab? Well, actually, it's right over there, and I'll show them what that is for those that don't know.
Pat said dark over light will make it pop more.
Will make it pop more. It might. It's so hard to decide. And that's what we get stuck in sometimes is the deciding and not just the painting. This is our little candlestick stand. So we can put a metal disc on the back of this and then it will just pop right on there and be the cutest little attachment on top of our candlestick stand. But alternatively, you could use it as an attachment on a door hanger that, you know, has a spot for attachments. Hey, Crystal. Okay, dark over light will make it pop more. She's right about that. The orange will be brighter, but I think I want the main color of the carrots to be the darker. So I'm going to go with my gut instinct here and go with the darker on the whole carrot and the lighter on the stripes. Maybe a good call, may not be.
Too bad you don't have a second one. I can just
You could paint a different one.
Just real quick over here.
Do you think you could do it as fast as I do it?
Oh yeah, but if I did, it wouldn't like there'd be some lines that needed to be touched up.
Yeah. Well, you could always go grab a second one back there at the shop and you could paint along with me. Y'all hear that? We're going to get Michael to paint on camera. It's his idea.
No, I didn't say on camera. I said over here. No, I thought.
So you're comfortable doing it without the camera pointing
at
you?
in there, though. You're like, oh, we're going to get him to paint on camera.
You could.
So she's saying that you should paint that part light first.
Right. That's what she was saying because she was saying she thinks the dark will pop more on top of the light. But I kind of think it's going to pop anyway because these two colors contrast pretty well. I don't know. We'll see. The great thing about it is it's just paint. So if I don't like it, I can paint over it and start over. Kathy said, I heard that. He needs to go grab one and paint. He's going to get one.
I'm not doing it on camera.
He's going to go get one. I'll probably be done with this by the time he gets back. That's okay. I'll help you. We'll go quickly. That way you guys get to see two versions. Look how well that covers. I missed a little spot over here. Sometimes it's hard to tell when the paint is wet, but oh, and down here and there. Also when the light's hitting it, sometimes it's hard to tell. But man, that color, the Canyon Orange covers very, very well. What colors? Canyon Orange, Tangerine. Whoops, sorry, I just realized they're not on camera here. Canyon Orange, Tangerine, and Irish Moss is what I'm working with. Hey, Chris, how are you? Is anybody painting today or is everybody at work? What are y'all up to? While we're waiting for him, I just said this in my stories, so y'all may or may not have seen it. But our Bible Lands trip that we had planned may have to be canceled. Or not canceled, but postponed, which I'm so bummed about. We were so excited about this, but also I don't want to be in the middle of all that stuff going down over there. And we were supposed to be flying directly into Tel Aviv and going to Jerusalem and Israel and all those places. So, you know, God's timing is perfect and it must not have been meant to be for us to go over there right now. I'm just thankful we weren't already over there when all of this stuff started happening because that would have put a damper on our trip. So I know it's a real serious matter and I don't want to make light of it at all. But yeah, to say we're disappointed is an understatement.
So you're not that fast.
Oh, did you run? That was really fast. All right, Michael's back. He's got his own little carrot over here. I was going to try to angle the camera at you. I can't get it over there without knocking stuff over. So he's going to get a paintbrush. And here, I've already got paint in this palette. Just slide this. Well, you can't do that because everything's going to fall off the table here.
Let's move this over here.
Here's your water cup. We're going to set him up with a little station. Then we're going to point the camera right at him.
No.
You can use that brush there. Cindy said, oh no, sorry about your trip. Missy said, I thought about you and Michael when all of this started this weekend and wondered if it would have to be postponed. Yeah, they haven't officially postponed it yet. But, you know, he just got me this really fancy new camera that can really do a lot. You can't paint it and hover off the table over there.
Watch me.
Hey, you said you might paint on camera. So
no, I did not say
in the car the other day. What did you say? If something ever happened to you?
Yeah, heaven forbid. But that's if something ever happens to you.
It was so sweet. We were talking about like, you know, the future of the business and all this. And I was like, well, like we were just going through scenarios, like what would happen to the business if something happened to me? And he's like, well, I would like to think that I would try to step into your shoes and paint live with the ladies once in a while. And I'm like, oh, that just like was so sweet. And so look, we're just giving you some practice. Are you not going to get started until I take the camera off of you?
I don't need practice. I'm going before you.
You're going to use the lighter color and just cover your whole hair. Okay. Cinda said, I thought about y'all when this started. Glad you're postponing. We aren't going to make the call. We're going to let the people who are doing the trip make the call, because there are some of them that are over there right now and they know, whether or not it's safe to travel, but more than likely it's going to be postponed. But it's kind of a bummer because we were really excited about all of this. But I was telling Michael you're going to need more paint on your brush. See how he's not getting much coverage there? More paint on the brush. There you go. Don't dip it too far, but
I didn't.
The thing is, you don't want to get the paint all the way up to the ferrule of the brush. I try to keep it on the lower half of the brush. What was I about to say? We were talking about this trip.
The trip. I don't know.
And I went blank as soon as you started painting.
It's like it's mesmerizing.
It is. It's mesmerizing. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The one positive in all of this is that my mom really wanted to go on this trip, but because the planning of it was such a short window, like I signed up to go on this trip like the first week of December, and the trip was happening in March. She didn't have a passport. She goes to Florida for the winter. And so she would have to fly out of a different airport there was a lot of logistics that she was nervous about. And so she decided not to pull the trigger and go. But if it gets postponed, that gives her a lot of time to plan, get her passport, work it all out. So I kind of keep telling myself that this could all be for the best, because it might mean that my mom gets to go on the Bible Lands trip that she's always wanted to go on. And so I'm looking at it as a positive anyway. Vicky says, I think better safe than sorry. Go, Michael. She's talking and not painting. They're saying, go, Michael. They're cheering you on. But Kathy says, besides God, you have the best protector. You have a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah.
It was funny because the other day, before all of this stuff popped off, we were talking about the Bible Lands people told us to be careful of what we wear when we go over there. He said, I don't want all of us to be wearing big red American flags on our shirts and for it to be obvious that we're hey, we're Americans. And also not to be wearing stuff that was military. And he was looking for some pants or something to take on the trip. And he's like, I don't want to get any that look like military pants. I said, honey, I don't think it matters what you wear. When you walk around, you look like military. It's just the way they carry themselves, it's just, they're just different. And so I don't think it would matter if he wore a Scooby-Doo shirt. I think they would still think you were probably military. Michelle says, this is cool watching a beginner paint and you critiquing him, because then we know where and how to fix our mistakes. So how's it going over there? You feeling like you're getting good coverage?
No, I'm going to need more.
Yeah. So right here, it's starting to look a little splotchy, right? If you want to make it look less splotchy, give it a little mist with the fine mist spray bottle. And don't think about putting more paint on it. Just think about smoothing out the paint you've already got on it, distributing it more evenly. So do long strokes and smooth out the areas that look uneven. This is a really good idea. This is kind of like a coaching session. You guys are getting the benefit of the immediate coaching while he's doing it. So this is his first coat. We're definitely going to need another coat. And so he had some spots that looked thicker than others. So we missed it with the fine mist spray bottle. And now he's just making long strokes. See how it's looking a lot smoother? Now take your brush and go up and over that to smooth that little area. There you go. Looks great. Now you need to dry it. The more you touch it, the more brush strokes you'll have. So less is more. Kathy says your dad is the same way. Michelle said, see, I would have missed it and added more paint. See, that's what I was talking and not paying attention to him. And then I look over here and I'm like, he keeps getting more paint on there. And so then it starts getting a little bit uneven. So you want to even out what you got, dry it, and then put your second coat on top of the first coat. And the first coat needs to be completely dry. That way the second coat has something to stick to. Because if you continue putting paint on it, what's going to happen is it's kind of like if you're mopping a floor and you just keep dipping your mop in more water, you're not really soaking any of it up or spreading it out evenly. You start to get puddles. That's what happens with paint. It starts pushing the paint around instead of smoothing out on top of it.
Is it dry enough?
Do you see a sheen? Does it look
No, it
matte?
looks dry.
If it looks matte, like a matte finish, it's dry, and you can go ahead and start your second coat.
Yeah, it looks matte.
Okay, so go again. Now see what I was talking about not loading the paint all the way to the ferrule?
I didn't.
Almost.
I didn't.
And it doesn't make the painting bad when you do that, but it does make it really hard to wash out your brushes. Oh, Deanna, that is scary. She said, Israel is absolutely amazing, but I can tell you a frightening story about being there right after President Trump moved the embassy to Jerusalem, and we had military in our group. Best to keep a low profile. Linda Holzhauser says, you've got this, Michael. He's doing an awesome job, says Kathy. Sheila, glad you caught me live today, too. He needs more paint. Let's get him some more paint. We're going to let him catch up to where I'm at. I've got 2 coats on mine, and it's dry. So we'll let him get caught up. For those who are just now tuning in, Michael, at the last minute, decided to paint his own version of the carrots because we couldn't decide whether to base coat it with the darker orange or with the lighter orange. So he's like, too bad I don't have one sitting here. I could, do my own version that's the inverse of that. So that's what he ended up doing. He went and grabbed another carrot. So he's base coating his with the tangerine. Maybe at the end of this, we should let them vote on which one was the right call.
Look better.
I'm not saying which one looks better, like painting skill. I'm talking about the color on color comparison. Virginia said, my nephew got stateside from being in Syria. He's part of the Iowa Army National Guard. Thankfully, I'm so thankful he made it back safe. She said he lost 2 friends while he was over there. Thank God for our military. We pray for them often. Crystal said, just let the 4-year-old mop. Charlie would probably love to mop. She would think that was fun. Once Marine, always Marine, for sure. Crystal says, now go out of the box and paint it purple. Y'all, by the way, when I think of purple now, I think of all of you who showed up on Cotton Chaos's Whatnot sale. How many of you guys were there for that the other night? Cotton Chaos did a sale, and they had some special DTF prints. And you bid, and once you bid, you got to pick the color of the shirt that you wanted and your size. And it was so funny because so many of you girls who are like me love pink and purple and teal, and they were holding it up and saying, how about a cream shirt or a navy shirt? And we were like, purple. And they were like, I don't know if this would look good with purple. And we're like, yes, it would. And so lots of you were there. And so I can't tell you, that's probably funny how many purple shirts they shipped out after. And they don't do purple very often. So they were like, maybe we should. Barb said, me. I got mine in yesterday, Angel. And it's like a light lilac color. And it's that one that says something about, if you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. I'm like, oh, that is like my whole personality. I want to be the sunshine all the time. Jamie says, I need to be here today. I had my sister's memorial service this weekend and needed laugh and smile. I'm so glad you're with us, Jamie. That also reminds me, our friend Marie Mosley, who's usually with us on lives, her sister-in-law passed away this past weekend. So my heart goes out to both of you. I know it's been a tough weekend. Sure. Crystal said, I think all of them chose purple.
Should I mist it and do it again?
You can if you feel like it's a little. Do you feel like it's uneven, or does it look good?
It's a little uneven.
Okay, we'll give it a little mist and you can smooth it out. It looks great on camera, just so you know. It looks like perfect coverage on camera, but that's like the beautifying effect of the overhead camera. When you're right here up close, just like when you're sitting in your craft room up close, it's easy to sit and pick apart all the problems. But on camera, it's kind of like stepping 6 feet back. It looks great. Okay, let's dry it. And then we'll start painting our carrot tops while that is kind of curing a little bit. Yours was a pink shirt with the rabbit. Purple looks really good on me with my blonde hair. Like purple kind of off, like in blonde, just look pink too, with my skin tone. Pink with my skin tone looks really good. And so I tend to go for pink or purple, sometimes teal shirts. Now, if it's a light, icy teal, sometimes it can wash me out. Now, if it's in the summertime, it looks pretty good. But in the winter, I look pale with that color on. Okay, I'm going to have to pick another brush because Michael's using the one that I was using. But we're just using like a little 1/2 inch wide flat tip brush. Let's see, here's one. Well, that one's a little bigger. I probably don't need to get that one. Let's do this one. Okay, dampen your brush a little bit, dab it on the paper towel, and then you're going to pick up the green. So you're just going to load it about halfway up the bristle. I'm going to switch the camera over to me now so that they can kind of see what's going on here. Look at this fancy. Watch. This is the fancy camera he just got me. I have to press one button, whoop, and it comes back to the preset area.
Hopefully you don't get motion sickness.
It comes back to the preset area where I had it. This is the Irish moss color. Look how that color pops. It is such a pretty like lime. I don't know if it's true lime green, but it's a very bright green for sure. Another tip for beginners is, did you notice how I started up here away from the edge of the carrot? Do that till you get some of that paint off your brush, and then go next to the carrot and just let the edge of that brush curve along the carrot. That makes sure that you don't have too much paint on your brush. If you start to run out, just literally flip your brush back over. See, that's the side we were just painting on, but this side still has more. Flip your brush over and just keep going. And so that makes sure that you don't get that paint ridge that everybody always complains about, where the paint kind of pools next to what you're trying to trace along.
Does it matter if I have a little bit more, if I still have a little orange in there?
In your brush?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get that out, or you're going to have brown paint, because green and orange mix to make brown. What color are your carrots? My carrots are canyon orange. His are fresh mango. And the fresh mango does take a little bit more to get good coverage. So that's why he was having to be so careful about that 2 coats. The first coat of mine was almost enough. I did 2 just to be sure, though. This green will probably take 2 coats.
I think that's close.
In the time it's taking you to rinse your brush out, I am already done.
I'm a beginner.
I'm going to give him so much crap for this. That's okay. They can watch you. They can watch me, and then they can watch you. Let's get you over there so you can see Michael. He's also painting like on the edge of the desk here. It looks like his carrots are going to fall off.
Which one do you sell your brushes?
Yes, we have a brush set in my shop. It comes in a cute little bag. The bag has got like our splatter paint and our logo on it. The splatter paint looks a little bit like this, and it's got our Southern Adornments logo. All the brushes are pink handled, and they say trust the process on them. Now, if you already have that brush set that says trust the process and has the pink handles, I will tell you, in the coming months, probably by about April, we're going to have a new brush set out that will have like teal handles and a different bag. So it's going to be like a new version of our Southern Adornments brushes. The brushes in it will be the same, but they will have teal handles. So if you like to collect paint brushes, that's coming soon. Siobhan said, hi from, I can't see what flag that is. She says, I've been obsessed with your content. Let me see if I can zoom in. What flag is that? Not that I know my flags. Oh, the UK, I guess. It looks like a UK logo. Or not logo, but flag. But yeah, you can get those brushes at shopdoorhangers.com. Thank you for the reminder, Vicky. I actually went on there this morning. Let me look real quick while he's doing that. I went on there this morning and tried to reset it or update it, and it wasn't allowing me to yet. So it must like roll over at like 12 noon Central or something. She's talking about the Whatnot rewards. A new rewards program started today. And guess what, Vicky? Me and Michael, with the help of ChatGPT, came up with an all new rewards program, because you get to kind of like decide on these tiers yourself. We came up with an all new rewards program for this season. Okay. Yes, I can. I'm hitting publish on it now. We came up with an all new rewards program, and it's going to be easier this time to achieve each level of rewards, because I didn't know what I was doing the first time I set this up. And I was like, nobody ever got to tier 5. And what I didn't realize is like, you have to fully achieve every tier. And so like the higher you get, the more and more and more you're spending, which of course, but like it was crazy. And so we completely redid it. It's going to be easier to achieve each tier this time. So I am almost positive several of you guys will end up on tier 4 or tier 5 this last time. And by the way, if you get all the way to tier 4, but not tier 5 by the end of the rewards, your tier rolls over to the next time. And so you can continue trying to achieve. I think that only works at tier 4 level. But anyway, if you're not a Whatnot, if you've not been with us on the Whatnot shows, you might not have known all of that. But Whatnot has like a rewards program for each shop. And so we set that up. And so this Wednesday, 12 noon Central, we have our birthday sale on the Whatnot app. And we're going to have a special show with some doorbuster items. We've got a couple of banners, which we can show you those at the end of the show. I've got them here in the craft room. And then we've got a special little sign stand. The sign stand is right here. It is going to be one of our buy it now items. It doesn't come with the egg, but I hung the egg on there just to kind of show you. It has this little knob at the top, and you can put jute string on there and just hang a cute little sign from it. And so this is a kit that you'll be able to buy as a buy it now item on our Whatnot sale on Wednesday. Now we are going to have a very limited number of those. I think like maybe 75 available.
75.
But you're not going to have to bid on them. They are a buy it now item. So what you'll do is as soon as the show starts at 12 noon Central, those items will be available. Kind of like on Black Friday when you would go to JCPenney's and they would have the doorbuster item and you had to be there at 6 a.m. and be one of the first ones in the door to get the item. That's what this is like. So we will have them as a buy it now, and you can grab them at a set price. And that will be 2 different banners and then the sign stand. Everything else will be auctioned. Elizabeth said, your lips aren't matching your audio. See, I thought that was just for me. Is it doing it for everybody? It's driving me crazy. Let me check something.
That is annoying.
It is.
I mean, I'm not watching the video, so obviously so.
Let me check something. Maybe if I turn I've got it on like 1080p full definition. So maybe if I move it down to just 720. Testing. Okay, now my lips look like they're matching my voice. Is that better? Is that better? Testing. Olive juice. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? When you're saying I love you to somebody, you would say olive juice, and it was like but lip reading it looked like I love you. Okay, everybody's saying I'm out of sync. Christy says looks good. So it's working for Christy over on YouTube. How many coats have you got on that now? You need a little bit more right here. See how the wood's showing through?
I just didn't get probably close enough to the line.
And you know we're going to put like black outlines and stuff like that on this later. So you don't have to get it just perfect. It's a little off or a little better.
Know who you're talking about. Or you do know who you're talking to, right?
Yes. Is there a way to have those items on your webpage? No, that's the special thing on Whatnot is it's only on Whatnot. Now we are having a sale starting in my shop tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, all wood blanks are 20% off and all templates are 50% off. So you guys will be able to go in there and shop, and that runs through next Monday, March 9th. So that's our birthday sale because my birthday is on Friday. It's better. Okay, good. All right, Michael's caught up, y'all. What's next? Oh, I need to put a second coat on mine, and I never did. Here, let me borrow your brush real quick. We'll make that happen. You used up nearly every bit of that paint.
What? You only put enough in there?
Okay, see if I miss any comments while I'm doing this.
Any
questions about the birthday sale?
Crystal said this isn't about the birthday sale, but she said that she did. I found an ultra thin paint markers at Walmart.
Were they the new apple barrel ones?
And Tammy wanted to know, is that on top of the discount PC sisters already get?
Yes, Painters Clubhouse members can stack their discount code on top of this birthday sale. So if you are a Painters Clubhouse member, that means you're getting templates at 70% off. So 50 plus your 20. And then template or wood blanks are 20% off. So stacking your Clubhouse discount would make those 40% off. So y'all see the benefit of being the Painters Clubhouse member.
Bonnie wanted to know, can you repeat the birthday sale?
50% off template.
I don't know if they can hear me. if you can hear me, hopefully you can. Tamara's iPad went off. See that?
Yeah, my
Audio off.
No, you're good. See how it's showing right here?
Yeah.
My laptop died. So apparently it's about
I'll go
time
anywhere.
for me to get a new MacBook because I feel like it doesn't really give me a warning that the battery's about to die. It just clunks. And that's happened a lot here lately. All right, we're coming back online.
Yep, she's getting turned back on now.
All right.
Should I go ahead and?
I did. I think I just did.
Yeah, you did.
Goodness gracious. Are we here? What happened? Dang it. Why is my camera not connected? Okay. Y'all, the struggle is real. I'm so sorry. My laptop died again. How many times has that happened here lately? I think
your laptop and your phone.
Between my laptop and my phone, I'm like, maybe it's time to get a new laptop. I have had this MacBook since like 2020, but MacBooks are expensive. Okay, what camera? No, hang on. All right, to get my overhead camera reconnected, I got to jump through a couple hoops. So I went into a panic trying to find the charger. And what's funny is I noticed the thing pop up and say, your battery's low. And I got up out of my seat to grab the charger and then looked around and Charlie had stolen my charger because she left her iPad charger at her Aunt Nini's house. And then I realized my spare charger is all the way in the other room. So I'm like, Michael, unmute yourself. And he couldn't figure out how to do it. Why is the camera not connecting? Tax write-off. I know. But I'm frugal. I can't help myself. Okay, what is going on here? Don't knock things off the wall. It's small in here.
That's why we need to knock it down the wall.
Let me try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Not my laptop, but my camera. I feel like this is a hot mess of a live, y'all.
Jamie said my phone fell over just as your Mac died, so I thought I did something.
It was both of us. Okay, it's reconnecting now. Let's see if I can get my overhead camera back into commission. There we go. Okay. We'll eventually finish painting these carrots. Let's see, there we go. Ta-da! We're back. Well, as long as y'all are here for the ride to join in for the Hot Mess Express, you have gotten my paper towel so wet.
Well, I had
my
to blot
paper
out
towel
the
never
orange.
looks like that.
Blot out the orange.
Mine is I almost always plug mine in, but I don't know why I didn't when I brought it in here and I completely forgot. So, all right, let's resume. I just finished my second coat on my green, like a roller coaster. Yes, Decor has discontinued the paints. You can still get them at Michael's and on the Decor website. And Heather, Painters Clubhouse members, I don't know if you're a Clubhouse
Hobby
member.
Lobby has discontinued the paints.
Yes, that's what I said. I said Michael still has them.
I think you said yes.
Did I say something weird?
I think you said yes, Decor has discontinued the paints.
Oh, well, y'all know what I mean. But on the Decor website, you can actually get the paints at 50% off using a Painters Clubhouse discount code. So that's great. All right, here's your brush to paint the details with. It's like a little 1/4 inch wide flat tip brush.
Do we need this in the evening?
Nope, we're done with the bigger one. We're just going to use the smaller one. So dab it in some water and then dab it off on a paper towel. And then you're going to use the opposite orange than what I used. So I'm going to use the fresh mango and paint inside the lines. See my little laser lines there?
Orange.
You're using the dark orange.
What am I painting?
You're painting the stripes on the carrot.
Yeah.
And then the polka dots and the wiggles.
All that's going to be.
All that. We're going to do like monochromatic here. Orange on orange. Here comes Travis. No, I need to know what kind you wear. I think that was the problem. Oh, I'm sorry. Send it to me again.
Okay.
It must have been a busy day. You just got a new MacBook Pro. I was thinking about it. I think I bought this MacBook in like 2020. So 6 years ago. That's a long life for a laptop. Laptops go.
And would you say you got your money's worth out of it?
Oh, for sure.
Then why not get another one?
I don't know, because I'm married to this one. It's my friend. Everything's on it set up the way I want it. It's a pain in the butt to set up a new laptop. Not to mention they're expensive.
I feel like I got pasties in mine.
Pasties?
Boogers.
Boogers, paint boogers. Let's scrape it out of there. He's got a little paint booger that kind of got stuck in the paint.
I think you need to squirt that on.
Squirt that orange?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the orange in the palette's drying out. You need a little mist. There you go. Apple gives you credit. Like if I turn in the old one. Yes, Mary, I am live on Monday instead of Tuesday as usual. Tomorrow I've got to take my son Brett to his annual MRI checkup in Louisville, so I will be out of the office all day tomorrow. This fresh mango is definitely going to take 2, if not 3 coats to do a good coverage on the Canyon Orange. So Pat was probably right when she said that the colors would be better the other way. Michael will probably have an easier time than I will on the coverage. Just do your best to stay inside the lines, but they definitely don't have to be perfectly inside the lines.
It just looks weird.
What do you got going on here? Let me see your brush. Okay, Michael's having trouble. Here's what his is looking like, which is probably a very, there is a little bit of a thickness to this thing.
I knew there was.
Yeah,
okay, it's not
it feels gooey. Let me smooth out what you got here. And you do that, and
Virginia said you should be able to get a military discount with Apple too.
With what? Oh, with Apple? Mm-hmm. Okay, good to know. I'm getting Michael a baby wipe. And Michael, this is how we fix it. We're going to spritz it with a little bit of water. And then we're just going to kind of scrape with a little bit of pressure as much of that gooped paint we can get off of there. Oh, look, it's just all coming off. You get a do-over.
Sweet.
So if it wasn't dry, you get to just do it over. He was working with some really thick paint. I haven't used the Canyon Orange paint in a while, so it was getting really like thick and gummed up. I think that was his problem.
Nadine said that Apple will move all the things from your computer to your new one.
Good to know. Oh, I spritzed a little water in his paint, and I'm going to kind of stir that in now for him. So hopefully he doesn't have gummy paint again.
Ooh, I bet you it is beautiful in Colorado.
All right, give it another shot.
You took my paintbrush.
I thought this was mine.
Nope, that was mine.
Well, use that one. Rinse it out.
You took my paintbrush.
Oh. Painting with your husband.
We did this once for a date night.
Oh,
Notice that I said only once.
You didn't ever finish your project. To this day, it's still undone.
Which one?
Which one? I'm thinking about the one where we were painting the pumpkin, and it was a resin project for Cindy Manley, like one of Cindy Manley's tutorials.
I've also got to finish Pam Savage's flower.
Oh, well, that wasn't done on a date night, though.
I was hopeful.
Yeah, at SA Live in Dallas back in 2022, he started painting a sunflower in Miss Pam Savage's class.
She did a really good job at teaching shading.
And then he never finished it, and it's sitting in my craft room closet. All right, I about got coat number 1 done here. So, happy Monday, Virginia. Welcome in. Virginia Jarrett says, I believe it's 10%, but that's 10%. I know the first responders discounts because I used it for an iPad. Okay, good to know. Okay, we're going to dry it here. See how transparent the fresh mango. It actually looks way better in this front camera than it does in the overhead camera. It's also brighter. Like you can see the colors better. I feel like they look a little dull in our overhead camera. I might need to play with the settings on that and see if I can get the picture to have a little bit more, what is it, saturation? Let's see, let's punch it up a little bit. Saturation. There, that's a little over the top. Okay, that's a little better. I was trying to make it look a little brighter. But you can see the unevenness of it. So that's definitely going to need another coat. How's it going, Michael? Crystal, I base coated mine with Canyon Orange. Michael base coated his with this color, which is the fresh mango. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my second coat on these little patterns here. And we decided to go with a little bit more of like a monochromatic look than the example. The example showed like purples and teals and stuff, so you could totally do that if you wanted them to be a little bit more like Easter eggish. But I just wanted mine to be a little bit more monochromatic to go with my decor. And I'm just using a 1/4 inch wide flat tip brush. So that is almost the same width as like these little squiggles or rickrack designs.
Did you make that?
Did I make up the word rickrack? No. That is what the little squiggly ribbon type stuff is that you buy for like sewing. It's called rickrack. But I wouldn't expect a guy to know that if you don't do sewing. Lynn said she didn't finish hers either.
So I'm about to do this.
Missy said, my daughter just had an angiogram to check to make sure the stent she has is still working, and it was, thank the Lord. She was diagnosed with idiopathic internal hypertension. I've never heard of that. The stent decreased the pressures in her head. Wonderful. My son has a tectal glioma, which is like a small little benign tumor type growth. And his just happened to be covering up one of the ventricles in his brain that allows fluid to flow out of the brain and into the spinal cord. And because of that, because it was kind of blocking it off, of course, then he was having fluid buildup in his brain. That would
should start with the stripes.
And so he had this shunt put in when he was 8 years old. He's now 15. And so we just have to go back every year and get his levels checked and make sure that the shunt is still functioning the way it's supposed to, and make sure that little growth, the little tectal glioma, hasn't grown. And so far, so good. They said usually it grows with them, especially till they get to like their teenage years, and then it usually stops growing. So the hope is that as he exits his teenage years, it won't continue. It won't like continue to grow, and it will never be like a problem. He'll just live with the shunt. Crystal says, I see an elephant with trees in the background as you are painting this. I'm trying to see it, Crystal. I see the trees, but I'm like, where's the elephant? I guess this is this is like the center of the elephant's head, and these are like Dumbo's ears. You could totally paint it like that. Judy, you didn't get the notice that I was going live. I did send a notice out on our broadcast channel. So make sure you're subscribed to our broadcast channel. You can comment the word channel and then click the link and follow the instructions to get enrolled. The dots look like eyes. Oh, I see what you're saying. How did you find that out? What were his symptoms? Several things. It also is like hitting on one of his optic nerves. And so for his eyes, suddenly he wasn't able to like look up at the ceiling very well. He would like have to go like this with his head to look up. He couldn't just flick his eyes upward.
His pupils were not equally
yeah, his pupils had reactivity issues. He was also like, if he fell asleep during church, I know this sounds really strange, but he was sitting with my grandma when she was still alive. He would sit with her. And then if he fell asleep during church, when he woke up, he was kind of like still half asleep, and he would like laugh, and he wouldn't remember doing it. It was kind of odd. But one of the symptoms I remember noticing too was when he would go to walk downstairs. He had no problems going up, but when he'd go to walk downstairs, his feet were very unsteady. It's like when his foot would hover over the next step, it would shift left and right before hitting the step. And then we really noticed too with putting together Legos, like when he was holding Legos, his hands would shake really bad as he was getting ready to like click it onto the next Lego. And I was like, that's fine motor skill. That's really strange. And so we reported all this to the doctor. They sent him for like a sleep study and all this. And they noticed seizure-like activity, which then prompted them to send him to Louisville for more tests. And that's how we discovered all this. How's it going over there, Michael? We're going to pan the camera over and check on you. Why is this making a noise every time I click it?
Probably reset the settings whenever your laptop died.
It's making a little clicky, clicky, clicky noise every time I click. I don't know if they can hear that, but that's very annoying. Let's see your project. Put it in there. Looking good so far. He's holding it in his hands while he paints it. Is that easier to do?
I should probably have on my glasses.
I don't know how to turn that off. General settings. I don't know. But the little clicky, clicky noise is very annoying. Let me try muting my laptop. There we go. I was trying to get the camera over to you so they could see what you're doing. You're going to get orange paint on your Murray State hoodie if you're not careful. It's like a video game sound. Goodness. You're not going to make it easy to video you at all.
I'm sorry.
I just muted the laptop, so that might have taken care of the problem. Jackie said, he is adorable. I met him at SA Live. His smile would make your day. Aww. Oh, you're talking about, I thought you were talking about my husband. You're talking about my son, Brett. Well, he gets it honest. But thank you. Deborah said, oh, and thank you for the 3D designs for this month's template club. You're welcome. I'm so excited. The guys are getting better and better at doing 3D designs. So we're trying to incorporate them more and more into what we do. All right, I'm going to do one more coat on this fresh mango. So this will be 3 coats. So my earlier predictions of how easy it would be to paint this over the Canyon Orange were wrong. It is not as easy as I thought it would be. Also, I'm not doing a very good job at staying inside the lines here. I totally just got way outside the line there.
We have to stay inside the lines?
Not perfectly, but I just went so far outside that I was like, maybe I should clean that up. So I'm using a wet paintbrush, kind of like a little mop, and just mopping it away.
That stripe actually looks good.
It does look good. Just keep swimming. Don't get stuck in the messy middle. That's what we call it when you get bogged down in the details of something and you're like looking at all your brush strokes and feeling like it looks ugly. Can't do that. You just got to keep pushing on until you get to the finish line. I'm actually getting ready to record a YouTube video about that type of topic where I talk about a project that I did sometime in the past and how I almost got stuck in the messy middle of it and wanted to quit, but then I was like, no, trust the process, keep going. And sometimes that's what you got to do.
I thought this one was just going to be all dots. You think I know that considering I cut it.
It's cute to watch you. I get captivated watching you paint. I'm like, what is going on here?
I was trying to do that twist method, you know, like for the dot.
Yeah. You're doing great. You were paying attention when I taught that lesson, huh?
A little bit. It's just a matter of retaining it.
He's talking about the live that I did. I think it was last summer about painting perfect polka dots. And I taught how to like twist the brush in your fingertips to make the dots.
They're going to be a little 3-dimensional.
They're going to be 3-dimensional dots.
Because there's excess paint.
What's going on there? Oh, that's your squiggles.
Yeah, I'm squiggles. I'm not a fan of my squiggles.
Not too bad. That looks pretty good.
Like you're like, it's not too bad.
Lisa said sometimes there is an ugly stage. Hey, Sandy. She said it's such a fun design. My husband's actually over here painting with me, so we're both doing them. He's doing his with a lighter orange background and darker stripes, and I did the opposite. And I think I like his better. So we couldn't decide. So then we were like, let's do one of each. That way we can kind of tell. He is doing great. And what's interesting is like the people watching are getting some tips for paint for beginners because I'm like giving him tips as he's painting. You happy with it?
Sure.
I would smooth this little area out here, right here, because that's going to be obvious when it dries. So start from here and pull this way. If you need to, rotate the carrot. I think you need a little more paint on your brush. Yvette said, you guys are so cute. I could never get my husband to do this with me. It was kind of his idea. I don't think he was volunteering to do it on camera, but this
I wasn't.
But are you doing it for the people because this is helping them?
Sure, we can go with that.
It looks like an alien with eyes. I could see that. Oh me. Okay. Here's what his look like. It's a little rough.
A little rough.
But I think you're going to see that once we put the final details on it, it doesn't matter. So let's hit it with a hairdryer or heat gun, dry it off. Judy says he's doing great. Love that he's doing it. And then we're going to use a paint pen to make this easy. Somebody was talking about the paint pens at the Walmart.
I feel like I need some.
This is an ultra fine tip paint pen by Apple Barrel. You could also use, they have one that's a medium tip and a fine tip. Although, like I've told y'all, I think the medium tip and the fine tip are almost the same. To me, they don't seem like they're much different. So I've got a fine tip out here. We're going to go back over here to where I'm at. Whoops. And get you guys in here close. And I'm just going to add some little details. This is the fine tip black paint pen. So we're just going to kind of trace around our little carrot tops here. Make them look fluffy. Doodle on them. And all this will kind of distract from any of your little areas you don't like very much. It kind of just adds some detail.
I'm going to need a lot of distraction.
You're going to need a lot of distraction. Make them look fluffy. And then we can add some on the outside of the carrots. I don't know if I want to add that in black. I'm going to add it in white and then decide. I might even add some white up here. Oh, hang on. This thing needs pumping. Where's my sticky notes? Paint pen might also need shaking. There we go. That was the problem. What?
He's like, whatever you say, dear.
Adding some little details on our carrot tops with the white. You can go as crazy with that as you want to. Oops, I accidentally touched the bottom of that. Did not mean to. I feel like it still needs black on the bottom or something. I don't know. Let me dry this because I'm going to end up getting my hand in it. Does Brett still have his girlfriend? Yes, she was over for dinner last night. Travis has a girlfriend too. It's weird having two teenage sons with girlfriends. Kara says, my oldest, who's 47, my oldest son, has started painting with me some. We get together and just enjoy the time. I think he's discovered that it's therapeutic. I love that for you, Kara. That is wonderful. Virginia says, so can we put in some requests for the Whatnot sale? It might be a little too late for requests for this week's sale. But yes, you can put in the requests. Hang on, and I'll get my sticky note out and we'll write them down. I'm trying not to cover up my white here. I'm just going to go back in and just kind of add the black lines next to the white. Hard to draw with these paint pens without pulling the pen toward me. If my line starts looking bumpy, it's because I'm usually not pulling the pen toward me. Okay. I don't necessarily love my white line down through there. I feel like it's a little distracting now that I did it. I wonder if I can take it off with a baby wipe. It's probably too late at this point because it's probably dry. Let's see. Yeah, it's trying to take the black line off and not the orange one. Let's see if we can paint over it. Because this is a teaching lesson. We're going to see, like, what would you do if you didn't like it? You could always go back and just paint over it. So that's what I'm going to see what I can do here. And anytime you're painting over something, you're going to need to do it in like thin coats. And so I know I'm going to have to do 2 different colors of orange here to cover it up. And you might have to dry between coats. .3D words that can go on a bigger round. What kind of words? Give me some phrases you're wanting or examples. You're so quiet over there. You must be deep in concentration.
Oh, booger.
You got a paint booger? You're getting excited for the birthday sales? I am too, Deborah. They start tomorrow and they run through Monday, March the 9th.
Yeah.
Hey, now, don't be wiping paint boogers on me. That's gross.
I'm just being a typical boy and flirting with you.
Oh, is that what that is? I am touching up everywhere I put that white paint pen because after I did it, I did not like it. So I'm just doing a thin little coat of the oranges on those areas. So it's a little tricky to cover up something like that because you might have to do a couple of different coats to cover it. Thank you, Lenora, watching on YouTube. Missy said, I wonder with the new Decor Makers line that you can take acrylic paint and make a paint marker. Could that be used in place of a paint pen? I would imagine so. I have not tested that myself, though. Okay, second coat, and this will go faster now that we're not trying to do as much covering to touch up all those little areas. Just put one quick second thin coat on top of the areas you need to touch up. Your nails are pretty. Well, thank you. They are press-on nails, red aspen nails. Red Aspen just came out with a bunch of spring nails today. Some of them have little strawberries on them. They're so cute. I don't have those yet. But I am all about the strawberries. I've always loved strawberry decor, strawberry everything, because, of course, strawberry shortcake growing up. And I don't know if y'all been to Hobby Lobby lately, but there is strawberry decor everywhere. I've noticed it in lots of stores, especially Hobby Lobby. So, of course, I was like, we got to have a couple new strawberry door hanger designs. So I've been working on that. We just about got it covered up. It's a little easier to cover with that light orange because the light orange has so much white already built into it, so it kind of neutralizes it. The darker orange has a little bit of a harder time.
Deborah said, are you still getting excited about your trip, or are you still able to go?
Oh, Deborah, you must have logged on after we talked about that. But yeah, because of everything that's going on, I think they're going to postpone our trip. The people who are like the tour guide people.
And somebody asked, is there going to be additional sale items for the birthday sale, or just what you mentioned?
There will be a lot of different items that we auction off, but those are the items that are the buy it now items.
And you mentioned all three.
Yes. Okay. You can still slightly see it if you look closely, but I think it's covered up good enough that I'm just going to do like a cute little embellishment. I like this better. Kind of adding just like a little highlight. I think I like that a little better. Yes? Do y'all like that better? You want to see my nails close up? They're kind of like a cool cat eye, and they're kind of a brown glitter. Kind of like a coffee color. I don't know. And then I've got a leopard print gold nail on my accent finger.
They're a little bit better.
Yeah, you like these white stripes better? What?
I touched it up.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
Michael touched it up. He says he's done. You ready to do your outlines and things? You can do it kind of like I did mine.
Sure.
Make sure I've given you the same pens I used here. Do your black first. Let me get y'all over there. I should have set him up as a preset camera angle so I could just click it and it would go bloop.
You just.
Yep. So he's trying to do his kind of like mine. He's going to sit and look at mine. Crystal says, I don't have Irish moss. Would Lighthouser go? Yeah, Lighthouser would work. It's just not going to be as like lime green as this. If you want it to be a little more lime green, add some yellow to your Hauser light green to make it more lime. This one's just a brighter green. Which paint pens did you use? We are using Apple Barrel paint pens. These are at Walmart for less than they're like $2 a piece, I think. Thank you, Robin. For those of you just tuning in, this is my husband, Michael, over here painting. We've got it on his hands right now because he is painting alongside me and doing the same project I am. And we've kind of been given some beginner painting tips as we watch him try to figure this out.
I don't like the solid line.
What do you mean? We can wipe it off with a baby wipe if you hate it.
Wipe that line off, please.
I said we could. We may not be able to get it off that easily.
Right.
Is that better? Like, are you wanting to go right back on top of it?
That'll work.
Citron is too light lime. It could be. If you like really bright carrot tops, I think that could work. But I think it's going to, I think with the orange, it'll look a little more yellow. So I would then maybe, if you want to start with citron, I would add a little bit of a darker green to it to bring it down. This is an 8-inch attachment. Our thought was this would be a great little candlestick attachment. Virginia said, I missed the criteria for entering the Fab Five. Is it a specific one or just anything we have painted in March? Oh, you're talking about not the Fab Five, but the Happy Mail. It would be, I think you have to enter one of the March projects. So it would have to be one of the new ones that we do in March. I'm going to go ahead while he's doing that and put a little metal disc. It's got a 3M adhesive on the back, and I'm going to pop that onto the back of my carrots so we can show what it looks like on a carrot candlestick stand. Where'd my candlestick stand go?
I put it back over there.
Oh.
Because you handed it to me.
Let me grab it. I'm so used to just having it right behind me. It throws me off when it's not. Okay. So these are our little candlestick stands we sell in our shop. It's got a magnet on here. I just popped a little metal disc on the back, and you can pop it on there. Make sure it's going to hang right. What is going on? I must have put it in the wrong spot. Oh, maybe it's going to stand right. There we go. Looks pretty cute. Although it keeps rotating. What is going on? I must not have it in a good centered spot. Let me try to pry it off. Try it again. I wonder if I need to put it a little higher up so that it, well, that might not be right either. Yeah, no, I don't like that. And this, and when I pried it off, the sticky stuff came off on the back of it. Told y'all, this is a struggle bus live today. I might just need a bigger metal disc too. This metal disc is pretty small. That looks cute. Oh, sorry. You need mine as a visual reference, don't you?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Yes? You think
Yes, I need it as a visual. And there's a bigger one over here.
Okay, that's my problem. My metal disc is too small.
That might be the problem.
That's a whole lot bigger. This one's like the size of a quarter. Woo! I think a 1/2 inch would have done, but this is what we have on hand. So it ain't no way it's going to miss the magnet now. There we go. That definitely feels more stable and it's not going to sit and twist around. So when in doubt, go with a bigger metal disc. There we go. That's cute. Michelle said, I have that happen to a few of my attachments. I haven't figured out a way of keeping them from rotating. A bigger metal disc will keep them from rotating. Cinda said, I find that the larger discs work better. Yeah, I think so too. It just gives it more space to grip on the magnet. So it's holding up a lot better. Even if I shake it, it's not really twisting much. So way better. All right, Michael, what do you think? Oh, sorry. I keep playing with mine and then he's like, I need to see it. It's my visual reference. He's trying to look at it while he finishes his up. If you want to grab the template or the wood blank to this, you can get it at shopdoorhangers.com. I put it up in the video description up above so you can link directly to it. But if you want to wait till tomorrow, the birthday sale starts tomorrow. So what you can do today to prepare for the birthday sale starting tomorrow is you can go ahead and log into your shop account. If you don't have one, just create an account. Start building your cart now. Put your items in the cart and just leave them in there. And then tomorrow when the sale starts, you'll go back, log into your, that's why I say log in first, because it won't save it if you're not logged in. And all that stuff will be in your cart and you can just check out with the sale. Don't forget to use your Painters Clubhouse discount code. Kathy says, I love it. I need another stand. All my Easter is out and my husband loves it. Kathy, if you need another stand and you don't want to do a candlestick stand, this is another option. This is what we're going to have in our Whatnot sale on Wednesday. It's a sign stand. It has this cute little knob on the front. And so you can put a string on it and you can hang it. I suppose you could also put a metal disc on it and like mount it like right here, but I don't like it being mounted that high. So I hang mine on here with a cute little string and it's just like a cute little sign stand. So those are going to be in our Whatnot sale as a buy it now item. And then we will also have an Easter banner. The Easter banner has 2 bunnies, 2 Easter eggs like that egg, and 2 bows, like ribbon bows. And so those hang across the banner. And then there's also going to be a spring banner that has 2 butterflies and 3 flowers in those. So they kind of hang like that. Deborah said, did you announce the specials for this week? Yes, starting tomorrow, the birthday sale, 50% off. Look at you doing the little squiggles. Good job. I love it. I know that sounded like I was making fun of you. I totally wasn't. I was sincere. Sometimes
you were so making fun of me.
Sometimes he has a hard time telling if I'm being like sarcastic or sincere. 50% off templates, 20% off wood blanks starting tomorrow, and your Clubhouse discount code stacks on that sale. So start building your cart now, and then tomorrow, when you get our email that says the sale is on, you can go ahead and start checking out. No code needed, though. If you're not a Clubhouse member, the regular sale applies to you with no discount code needed. You love the stand. Yeah, Deborah, on the Whatnot sale on Wednesday at noon, those doorbuster items, the banners and the sign stand will be available at the very beginning of the show as a buy it now. You'll just have to rush in there and grab them because there's a limited number and they'll be available. I will send out a broadcast message right before the Whatnot show starts. So if you're not a broadcast channel subscriber, definitely get on there. And what you can also do now is comment the word Whatnot if you've not followed me on Whatnot before, and it'll send you a DM with a link to my Whatnot channel. And you can go in there and there's a little like bookmark button on my show. So it'll take you directly to my profile after you download the app. You'll click the little bookmark in the corner of the show. What that does is it saves or bookmarks that show for you. And you'll get an email 2 hours before the show starts that says, hey, your show is starting soon. I know because I do that on some of my favorite Whatnot sellers so that I don't miss their shows. Elizabeth said, templates, here I come. Yeah, start building your cart now, Elizabeth, and then you can just check out tomorrow. So any other questions about any of those? How long will things stay in your cart? Cinda, as far as I know, it's indefinitely. I don't know if there's a setting that empties your cart. Is it possible for you to send the link for the magnets for the candlestick attachment? Virginia, I'm just going to drop my Amazon favorites link in the comments for you. And it's linked under the craft, like craft goodies or whatever. Craft items.
Okay, so I got a question.
Virginia, you got some popcorn from my popcorn guy? What's your question?
So my stripes are not really, I mean, they're okay. Could I clean them up with some black lines, or would you do that?
I think that would take away a little bit from your design. It would feel a little bit too much.
This is where colored paint markers come in.
Because you could then clean them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you just wanting to like smooth them out like a little bit, like make them a little smoother?
Yeah, I guess
you could switch brushes and get like this little round tip brush here and take just a little bit of that darker orange and just kind of like trace along the edge to kind of flatten it out, like kind of like that.
Yeah.
Does that help?
I don't know, because that curvy one right there is kind of.
Kathy said, is the sale all week? Yes, it runs through Monday, March 9th. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. Michael is over here painting alongside us. We're giving some tips for beginners while Michael paints. This was a great idea, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as soon as you're done touching that up, I'm going to hold them up side by side on the forward-facing camera so they can see the difference. And then we're going to take a vote on which one not who painted what better.
You might want to hit that with a dryer.
So that I don't mess it up?
Well, I mean, no, just so you don't get any paint on you. I don't know. It's probably all dry.
Like I'm not used to having paint on me.
But
you look cute with your Murray State hoodie on.
Mm-hmm.
Quit scooting out of camera. Get over here. If I could pull you toward me, I would.
But you can't.
Oh, but I can't. Okay. Here we go. Michael or Tamara, comment. Comment Michael's if you like the lighter orange in the background. Comment Tamara if you like the darker orange in the background.
I mean, I'm not saying this in whatsoever out of any bias, but I like mine better. Like the color scheme.
The color scheme.
The color scheme.
Seeing them like this side by side, I like mine better. So I really feel like it's going to be a split in the comments.
Where do you find the link for your Amazon favorites?
Oh, it's also linked in the resources section on my website, but I just dropped it down here for you so you can grab it in the comments. Michelle likes Michael's.
Oh,
Jamie is being diplomatic. She says both. So does Kathy.
Now, look, I'm not going to take it personal or anything like that.
No, I'm not either. It's a personal preference kind of thing, and there's not a wrong answer here. Wanda says both. It's hard to decide because it's kind of the same, but I think I like mine because the background color feels more like a real carrot color for me. Like I feel like this color is a little light for me.
I will say your white marks look brighter, like they pop a little bit more, especially on the carrot, this portion right here.
Yeah.
But I like the way my dots look as far as the color they popped a little bit more the way I got it.
Crystal thanks Michael. Brenda thanks Michael. Yvette says, Tamara, yours looks almost three-dimensional. Corey's on here. He says you're wearing an ugly hoodie. He's giving you crap about your
best basketball team in the state of Kentucky.
We miss Uncle Corey around here. We haven't seen him much in the last few weeks. Corey, you better be coming over this weekend to celebrate my birthday.
Oh,
if you don't, we're gonna be having fights.
Cindy said whenever I painted mine, I did the center
one light. Oh, that's a good idea. You could change it up where you do one carrot a darker color or a lighter color, and the other two. That would have been a great idea too. Cinda, you should have been here to paint it with us so you could show everybody. That would make it look even more three-dimensional. If these two in the back were darker, but the one in the front was a little lighter, it would make them look dimensionally like they're further back.
So then it really would be both of us.
Yeah. Corey says he has to work this weekend. I thought you told me you were off this weekend because you said I might not see you again until March the 8th. I'm counting on you coming over for my birthday this weekend.
Yeah, Jeannie said Tamara's does look more three-dimensional.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. All right, y'all. This was crazy.
Yeah.
But we had fun.
Monday.
It was a Monday. I will not be live tomorrow. Like I said, this takes place of my Tuesday live since I'm taking Brett to Louisville for his annual MRI checkup tomorrow. So we won't be live. But I will be back Wednesday at noon for Whatnot. Can you show the sign stand again?
Yeah.
Yes. This will be, grab those banners too. They're in the little felt bag down there. This is the sign stand. It won't come with the egg, but this will be a kit you can grab on Whatnot. It'll be a doorbuster item. It's not going to be added to our regular shop. It's only going to be available on Whatnot as a buy it now item. It's in the felt bag that's near the door over there. See the felt bag?
Oh, yeah. On the ground.
On the ground. It's like a man looking for something in the refrigerator, and it's right in front of him.
I mean, I am bad. I've been able to look at something, but no.
But there will be a limited number of these. This was a project we did at PC Live on the cruise ship last summer. So we're going to sell some of those on Whatnot as a sign stand. And then we also have 2 different banners, which Michael's trying to detangle right now. Banner number 1 is this is what we meant, is I'm holding it backwards. Easter banner. They slid close together here. We got 2 eggs, 2 bunnies, and 3 bows. So this is the Easter banner. I haven't had a time to paint a sample, but I did have AI create like a sample image of what they would look painted. And so that will be on the product image and Whatnot. So you can kind of screenshot that for visual reference. And then so that's going to be a buy it now item. I believe the banner is like $25, $28, something like that. And then there's this banner, which is a spring banner, and it's got 2 butterflies and 3 of these little flowers like this on it. So that's another banner. Both of those are doorbuster items on our Whatnot sale on Wednesday at noon. Where did you get the disco in the background? Oh,
the disco bunny.
Where did I buy this? It might have been Dollar General store or something. It was maybe last year. I don't know. I've had him for a while. It was either last year or year before. I think it might have been the Dollar General. Elizabeth needs another stand. Well, come join us on Whatnot. It's a buy it now item, so you don't have to bid on it. You just have to get in there quick. Right as soon as the show starts at noon, the first people to buy will be the ones to get them, because there's like a limit. I think we only have 75 available, and you can buy more than one, but you'll just need to go in there to the buy it now section of the show.
Is the knob something
you add separately?
No,
it's on there. It's glued on there, and then you just hang the little sign on the knob.
So everything you see right there comes together.
So these are all pieces. It'll come as like a little kit, and you'll just glue it all together.
And so like there will also be, now of course this one's painted, but there will also be etched lines underneath,
showing you where to glue the items.
Yeah, underneath each piece. Like there'll be an etched line underneath this piece so that you know where you glue it and stuff. Yeah.
Alrighty. They asked
how much is the stand?
How much is the stand? I want to say it's like $30, but I've got to go back and look, because I don't think I've got the product listing set up yet. So I'm going to go and look and then get that set up, but it'll be around $30. Prayers for tomorrow. Good report from the doctor. Yes, that's what we're praying for. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here with us today. We'll see you next time. And if you need our free guide to getting started with door hanger painting, comment start 26, and I'll send that to you. And we'll see you on Wednesday at noon. Bye, everyone.
So 1 p.m. my time?
Yeah, if you're Eastern time, it's 1 p.m. on Wednesday.
Is it painted? No, it is not painted already.
That sign will come, sign stand will come unpainted and unassembled. You'll have to put it together. It'll be a kit.
Whatever. Yes, you can paint it whatever color you want.
Yep. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Bye.